Hello, xin chào mọi người, chào mừng mọi người đã đến với kênh của mình. Mình là cậu ba Biến Thái. Đây là lần đầu tiên mình quay video game, quay lại những cái gì mà mình đã chơi. Và đây cũng là một game rất là tâm đắc. Hồi xưa mình đã rất thích nó rồi, nhưng mà sau khi có nhóm The Red Team Việt hóa nó thì mình quyết định chơi lại con game này. Sau thì lần trước
God bless.
Same to you.
Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
còn bao việc.
Mother! Get up or I'll
Đây,
come
chắc mình
get
đây.
you up,
Mình là
you
một-
slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex
Cậu
him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Nó qua đi đâu vậy với con? Chúng con ngồi tán dốc trong quán rượu. Con đi khiêu vũ. Con đi với Baynica. Con làm việc ngoài thợ rèn. Ngoài lò rèn á. Nó qua đi đâu? Tán dốc. Tăng nhanh nhẹn. Khi được chọn lựa, cuộc đối thoại này bạn sẽ chọn chỉ số mặc định của nhân vật. Nếu bạn không hài lòng với chỉ số đó, Thì đừng lo, tất cả chỉ số đều có thể cải thiện thêm vô hạn lần. Nhanh nhẹn đi. Con đi
I went
nhảy.
dancing
Con nhảy
Dancing?
đàn.
with Bianca.
Bianca.
Ah, that's why you're tired. But you'll still have to work today. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Con học đánh kiếm làm gì? Meteor dạy con bắn cung. Thì có sao đâu.
So I'm learning to sword fight, and what of it?
Có
What
hại
harm
gì
does it
đâu.
do?
Tất cả mấy con còn bị
At least
bắt
I'll be
bảo
able to
vệ.
defend myself.
God above, Hal.
Là Chúa trên
You
cao
know
của
how your
cha
father
con
will
sẽ
react
nói
when he
vì
finds
Chúa
out.
biết mà.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong. I just wanted to try it.
Con làm gì
On
sai.
your own head be it then. I can't stop you, and you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal.
Sắp trưởng thành rồi.
Father will pass the forge on to you
Cho
one
con
day
kiếm tiền lại
soon.
lầu rèn cho con
You've
thôi.
been courting that Bianca for
Đây là
months
những
now.
mấy tháng rồi.
Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Kết thúc hội thoại đi. Nhà nhiều đồ ăn thế.
Come here, I need your help. At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get...
Her name is Bianca.
Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now.
Đến chỗ học đấu kiếm, mua một thuốc thang, thu nợ, đi nhận bình kiếm. Thuốc thang trước, C trước. Đi đòi nợ.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Cái gì? Lấy tiền cái gì?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Không trả à? Trả hoặc đấm.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Bỏ cái rượu vô người mày đục ghê vậy ta. Này là chắc là hướng dẫn cái chỉ số cơ bản đó rồi. Thôi. Trái tim. Nợ là phải trả. Cái tim một.
If that's the way you want it, I'll tell father you won't pay and you can tell him what you told me.
And don't come back. Hey, what the? He's stealing! Watch out! A thief!
Shit, what's this?
Hey, you! Halt! You! Stop right where you are! Don't move a finger! Surrender! You're under arrest for breaking... What?
You were seen stealing. You should have thought twice about what you were doing. That will land you a fat fine.
I can't pay that.
Well, it's a jail cell for you then.
Alo.
Oh, come on, my friend.
Try your fairy tales.
Ai ngồi tù.
Jail it is then.
Get moved. I hope you rot. Give me all the things you stole so I can return.
Mới vô lượt cái búa rồi ngồi tù.
Maybe next time you'll think twice about breaking the law.
Sao mà su cà na vậy?
Henry! Where are you, Henry? Dear Lord, please let him be safe.
Hey! I'm over here! What the hell's going on? Let me out! For the love of God, let me out! Let me out!
Ở đâu? Một pha hết game nhanh nhất trong lịch sử. Trời ơi, ai lại nào các bạn. Mình hơi bị sida nha.
God be with you, Kunesh.
Không có hiện tượng
What do you want?
gì nữa. Đập.
My father
I've got nothing.
Trời
knew
nào
you'd be
bằng
trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy ass.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
Dứt.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off.
Đi à. Con ngu
But
nó
you
đi
wouldn't be
nữa.
stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debt.
You son of a whore.
Thôi rồi.
How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any Goodbye.
Dứt thôi. Đập mông. Đập họng. Đá. Táp. Ok. Dứt. Né ghê vậy. Ê.
What's the matter? Come on!
Mày.
Bring it on!
Ghê vậy sao? Ghê vậy sao?
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Quá. Nét. Ok. Tán cho đầu mày. Gì đây? Nhà tàu gỗ cũng có gì. Em nha. Nhớ là mày.
All right, blacksmith boy, you got the message.
Theo.
Good day, Henry. God be with you.
Cậu. Mua bán.
See you later.
Tài sản. Ôi mà không có tiền. Bán. Dắt tiền bán.
Take care.
À, 5 đồng. Mua 10 quả hàng. thuận. Ít. Ừ. Gì vậy ba? Nhưng không có đủ tiền à. Ok chưa? Đấy.
Hey, Pip! Do you want to learn something?
No.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
No, it was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it. I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes?
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual. So,
We can.
good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Này giống con hôi non ấy rồi.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Now you're getting it. Nice. Fine. Nice. Fine. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Now you're getting it. Nice. Not bad. Again. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Good. Very good. Nice. All right, that's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work.
Welcome, Henry.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg?
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts, traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So are
Matthew.
such lords as
What's
Henry
going on here?
Rosenberg.
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Seems Henry.
Không thì tụi bạn này nó có bỏ mình không ta? Mình là người hay vì bạn bè nên mình đi.
Oh well. Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Henry, I'm glad you came. Ah!
Đau người. Hết máu rồi đó.
Damn. So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is...
Why? Deutsch is in the town.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a...
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is.
Why me? Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Thông minh nhất.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty! The fool! Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund!
Woohoo! Eat shit, Docious.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Ôi, muốn đánh bà. Xong.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Bắt chúng mày. Giá gì bây giờ? Đâu rồi?
Damn. What's the matter? Lost your balls?
What are you doing? For God's sake! Right now! The catch ball is on his way!
Let's go! Run, you cowards!
Đứng tới hả? Trả lòng ghê. Đấm gì nhức đầu hay sao? Có hình cái biểu tượng cái đầu ở trên kia rồi. Chạy kiểu yêu thích Việt Nam nha các bạn ơi, nó không cần đấm gì mất máu quá ta. Bắt lại rồi. Mút nó đụng. Ra nó bắt tù giết chết lần kết thúc game.
Come get them! Kettles for water, baskets for goods, and torches for the night.
Greetings. What do you need?
Take care.
Bà này bán gì vậy? Bán đồ ăn.
I was supposed to him to do something for me. Who did you get to fix it?
Raymond. He's cheap, does a good solid. You take my...
Cabbage!
Lo đến đụng. Giáp tay người.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Đúng rồi, đi đâu giờ? Đi nhận Bình kiếm ở thành. Cái D. Đấy, cái D đây. cực kỳ là thực tế luôn rồi. Nhìn nó giống như
I'll be with
ngoài
you.
thật chứ.
I'm with you, Henry.
Kiết rồi, sức lực.
How are you?
Chỉ nhục. Nghe không? Bành kiếm.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sassa.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Những cái này cũng bạn nhau.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself.
Godspeed. See you later in the...
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Jesus Christ be praised.
God save, lads.
Same to you.
I've just been to the tavern. The Deutsch...
That bastard. God be with you.
Bianca.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
Cô nàng tình yêu của ta.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Việt.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Bài viết cho cha.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye.
Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening. Vanya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he...
He promised to teach me how to...
What use would that...
Enough. You sound just like father.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Tối nay quẩy bánh nóc. Này cũng nấu. Nấu về còn nấu đó.
If it's charcoal you want, talk to my hired hound. I've no time now.
Dáng này sai chi trời.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish and war. You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here. And we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is true.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sir Istvan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
Martin.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Đấy. Chắc nãy lúc mà mình bắt tù tù cái mấy này đánh tới nó đốt hết. Mình chết chỏng luôn rồi. Chắc là vậy rồi. Đây, cờ hết trơn.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gates!
Giống nè, sorry. Mình bắt ngơ luôn. Ơi, ý. Cái đụng má nó ác vậy. Thằng chọc này.
Hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Con trai của thợ ghê. Đâu rồi, cái kiếm đâu rồi? Không. Ít dọn ngựa, duy nhất kẹo, cáp lóc, gội, đúp xếp, đúp xếp. Ok.
Kicsit várnod kell, galambocskám, amit elintézünk ezt a féle
Yeah. Yeah. Left. Talmud is to the left, along the stream. Yeah!
Tekerem a nyakat, te nyomoronc! Kapsz egyet!
Kívánszok veled! Warn the others! They've torched Skalitz!
A pokóba végzed!
Yeah!
Megtekerem a nyakat, te nyomoronc!
Flee! Go! They'll kill you all!
Pokóba végzed!
Hát ez rövid lesz! Yeah!
Tekerem a nyakat, te nyomoronc!
Chết rồi, đi đồ này cái máu chết luôn rồi. Chạy
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream.
Flee to Talmberg! Warn the others! They've tore at Skalitz! Flee to Talmberg!
Oh, God!
Go! They'll kill you all!
Chẳng thấy rồi. Mừng quá.
Oh my God! Wait!
Jesus Christ! Help!
Skalitz has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose! Halt your Hosen in there!
They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe.
Chắc chắn rồi, có maybe gì nữa.
What's your name, boy?
Tên mày là gì?
I'm Henry,
Trai.
son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us.
Đây là ông mang quân qua cứu.
Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Chuẩn bị phòng thủ thôi.
Have you looked into that matter of bounty?
I have. Branca is probably in the right. I don't.
Ah!
Sao cái gì mà?
Hey!
Cái gì? Đâu? À, cái gì vậy mày?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to... I heard about your father. They say he was a soldier.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Something to eat.
I'm sorry about what happened to you, but it's no excuse for rudeness.
Huh? Cái gì vậy? Ngủ vào luôn, không phải chỗ này.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world.
You might be right, my lady. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like... A fellow by the name of Cunner showed money to... It got a bit heated as...
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for... The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to... A horde of soldiers.
How awful.
And then death descended on Scala. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armor, saw father, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their soul.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg
And with all that was happening.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it. But certainly, only he has many.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Rồi Scarlet di chuyển đến đây.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund Said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experience. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could... And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get there.
Aye, we will.
May the Lord watch over you.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen.
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a
Of course I'll help. I have to pay.
Splendid. Don't worry. Good luck to you.
My respects to you.
What do you think about this?
It's a hell of a thing. First, Skalitz can't... I'm sorry you didn't...
So am I.
My God.
Thank you.
I reckon that Sir Radzig must be a good man.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for...
wandering around like a stray sheep. I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just...
I will.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Như là cái miệng tránh việc bay cái đầu cương lên phát nói chuyện láo láo chắc nó xua quân nó đập đốt cháy cái làng này nữa rồi. Thôi hôm nay mình chơi đến đây thôi. Ngày tiếp theo mình sẽ trở về cùng cung cấp cho mẹ của Henry.
No, I didn't know she did that.
Hẹn các bạn bây giờ những video lần sau. Bye bye.